Hello, my name's Kevin Neprud, and I'm with Kevin Neprud & Associates, and I wanted to show you a home I designed. Although I designed it for this small, 62-foot wide, 7,000 square foot, 1/6 acre site in the city of Boston, this home is ideally suited for larger properties located anywhere in the country. This design includes 2,800 square feet of living space on 3 floors. It has the master suite on the 2nd floor at the rear of the home, and 2 bedrooms at the front. It has 2 more bedrooms on the 3rd floor at the front of the home, and a 224 square foot unfinished bonus room at the rear, which in the case of this house was finished out as an additional bedroom. So the home can be either 5 or 6 bedrooms, depending on whether that bonus room is finished out, and it has 3.5 bathrooms, 2 of which are Jack and Jill. On the 1st floor, there are 2 rooms at the front of the home, then a large great room and kitchen at the rear. The center entrance design is accentuated by windows and a dormer on the 2nd and 3rd floors that center over the front door. There's also symmetrical gable ends on the 2nd floor on either side of that, as well as a farmer's porch that spans the entire front of the home. On the side elevation, there's a centralized gable on both sides, and on this side it has a bay window on the 1st floor and windows that align with that peak. There's also a screen porch at the rear of the home and a roof deck above that with a hot tub. This home is designed to be a sanctuary that feels sheltered and protected, but is not isolated. It's inviting and engages with the environment and community the home is a part of. This is accomplished by including layers of controlled connections and transitions between being inside and engaging with the neighborhood the home and family are a part of. Windows control views. Porches, decks, and bay windows create inviting interstitial spaces that mediate between the home and the context around it. The farmer's porch creates a welcoming gesture for visitors, and the stairs up to it and railings across the front help promote a sense of privacy and security for the family. The stone flooring and the level of fit and finish on the porch provide an indication of the level of quality and craftsmanship you'll find throughout this home. The horizontal trim band at the top of the wall, just below the porch ceiling, aligns with a band of trim that runs around the entire house, that together with the porch roof line that integrates into the main roof and the apron roof that runs down the side elevations, creates a horizontal band that unites the front and rear porches, the bays, and other elements on the 2 side facades. It also helps break up the 3-story height sidewalls on both sides of the house. The driveway leads to a motor court and a 2.5 car garage in the backyard and is separated by this gate and a fence and gate on the opposite side of the house to create a protected space for the family's dog to roam. The screened-in porch serves as the family entrance to the home and has a door on the driveway side for people coming in from the street. It also has a door facing the backyard so people can access the backyard without having to go through the gate at the driveway. From this vantage point, you can see how the horizontal band trim and roof apron at the top of the 1st floor integrate with the roof of the screen porch and how that roof line carries across the bay that's above the great room and onto the roof line on the opposite side of the house. Patios and walkways with the fencing and plantings create outdoor spaces that maximize the utilization of the property. The shrubs, trees, and fencing also screen views of the neighbors and create more privacy. As we head from the backyard to the other side yard, you can see that the detailing of the house is consistent with the other sides, using the same bays and architectural features and roof lines. The box bay in the foreground here is the same as the box bay at the other end of this wall, and also matches the box bay on the opposite side of the house. And as we head around to the front of the house, you can see the detailing of the porch rails and the columns and the steps all relate well to other homes in the neighborhood. Raising the height of the porch up several steps above street level and keeping the glass in the front door and the side lights up above shoulder level helps enhance privacy inside the home. These handmade sconces by Northeast Light and the hardware on the front door give a real feel of quality as you enter the home. It's completing construction here, so there's a few touches that need to be completed. But you can see the entry door here. This is solid mahogany and nice heavy-duty door. Gives you a really good feeling coming in that it's a well-built, solid place. Again, the height of the glass is such that it really obscures you from view, at least from the neck down, from anyone on the street. So this is the entry foyer, and on the left is the dining room, and to the right is an office, as you can see in the floor plan. Then there's a stair that heads up to the upper floors, and then the foyer carries you through an archway and past the kitchen island into the great room. And there's a hallway that leads to a half bath, pantry, mudroom, and the entrance to the screen porch. Now I'll walk you through the room that's in the front right corner of the home that can serve as either a living room, a music room, or in this case, an office. This French pocket door provides privacy for conversations and calls that take place in the office. All of the built-in cabinets you'll see in the home are designed to standard 3-inch increments in width, height, and depth, and with filler strips on the ends. However, Kenneth Vona & Sons Construction, the builder who built the home, has their own millwork shop, and so they build everything custom. Here they eliminate the filler strips and make everything to fit perfectly, so it's a really nice level of fit and finish that you can achieve with this kind of capability. These standing desks have become very popular. They're motorized and can raise up to standing height or lower down to any position between that and a sitting position, or even below a standard desktop height, so you can achieve any height you want for your working space. Two key features in the room are the bay windows, the one on the side wall with the extra deep shelf, and the one on the front wall that creates this niche, which is ideal for a little seating space. The windows allow lots of natural light into the room, and privacy is controlled with half-height louvers that can be either opened or closed. The fins move up and down and can be positioned in any place you'd like them. The floor outlets are integrated into the baseboards, and the HVAC ducts are integrated either into the floor or into the ceiling in a way that they're virtually unnoticeable. There's also a whole house sound system. You can see the speakers in the ceiling, and the light switches throughout the home all have dimmers on them, so they can be positioned at any height you want and then switched on and off at that level. These switches are also controlled by central panels throughout the house and also by your smartphone. Now we'll head across the main entry foyer and check out the dining room. The dining room has pocket doors that close it off, so the space can be used for the kids to do their homework when they need a nice quiet space to work. Like all the pocket doors in the home, these doors and their hardware are custom made by the builder to include soft opening and soft closing operation. All of the interior and exterior light fixtures, hardware, and finishes complement the architectural design and reflect the preferences of the homeowners. The furnishings, artwork, hard goods, and soft goods throughout the home also coordinate with both the architectural design and the homeowner's preferences. The same half-height shutters used in the office were also used in here in conjunction with draperies to be able to control the light and views in and out of the space. The builder's in-house millwork shop mills all of the trim they use with custom shapers, so all of the standing and running trim throughout the home, including door and window casings, baseboards, crown moldings, and even the cabinet and drawer faces, can be any profile that's desired. This stairway heads up to the second and third floor bedrooms, and this archway at the end of the foyer demarks the entrance to the great room and frames a view into that space. This is a visitor's coat closet on the left, and to the left here is a corridor that heads to the mudroom where the family coat closets are. The great room incorporates informal dining space and the kitchen, and has bays and windows that flood the entire space with natural light. The large kitchen island has seating on one side and working counter space on the other that includes an under-counter microwave oven, cabinets, and drawers. Although the floor plan includes a 48-inch wide commercial double oven range, a 6-burner single oven range has been installed here. All of the cabinets throughout the home are inset type, meaning the door and drawer faces are inset inside the cabinet face frames. The 42-inch wide refrigerator and the dishwasher that's adjacent to the sink are finished out with the same inset door and drawer faces as the cabinets adjacent to them. The exhaust hood above the range has wood panels inset in face frames that match the wall cabinets. A key design feature of the kitchen is the kitchen sink being recessed into a large bay that has windows that go from the countertop edge almost to the ceiling. This allows for views out and lots of natural light to pour into the kitchen. There's a hot and cold filtered water faucet on the right hand of the sink. There's a disposal button integrated into the countertop, main faucet with a detachable spray head, and a soap dispenser on the left side. In order to respect the symmetry of the kitchen cabinets on both sides of the sink, this drawer face and the cabinet drawer face on the soft close rollout trash bin below are identical to the faces on the dishwasher on the right hand side of the sink. The electrical receptacle that's required to be next to the sink is recessed into the windowsill and covered with this cap so that you don't see it when it's not in use. I appreciate the builder's attention to detail, as it was essential in fulfilling the concept of making this kitchen sink area like a piece of furniture that was integrated into the bay window. The ceiling soffit above the refrigerator extends over the bay window, then across the ceiling between the kitchen and the great room to create a sense of demarcation between the two spaces. The three pendant lights over the seating area at the kitchen island are hung at a height about eye level when standing. This creates a sense of intimacy when you're sitting in these seats and casts the light only on the area where you're eating. To the left of the kitchen, in the back corner of the great room, is the informal dining area. It includes a table with 4 chairs and a bench seat that's integrated into the box bay on the exterior wall. The light fixture that's over the table, like the lights at the bar, is hung at an eye level height when standing so that it creates a sense of intimacy when sitting at the table. Stretching across almost the entire rear wall of the great room is the largest bay window in the home. It includes a 32-inch deep window seat that's ideal for sitting on or stretching out on. And below it are integrated toe kick heaters to keep your toes warm. And if the cushion on the bench and the throw pillows and toe kick heaters aren't enough to make you cozy on the bench on a cold winter's night, you can put blankets in these storage drawers that you can pull out and wrap yourself in. The bay window also provides sweeping views of the backyard and works in conjunction with the window at the informal dining area and the French doors that flank the fireplace to allow a lot of natural light into the great room space. The gas fireplace is an interior-exterior see-through unit that allows people to view the fire simultaneously from either the great room side or the screen porch side. The stone that surrounds the fireplace extends from floor to ceiling, and in conjunction with the reclaimed timber mantle, create a nice focal point at this central gathering place in the home. The entire first floor has 10-foot floor-to-ceiling heights, which allows a taller head height on the windows. So the windows being taller and the higher ceilings combine to really make the space feel more open and airy. The 2 round grills you see in the kitchen ceiling are speakers that are part of the whole house audio system. The system is Bluetooth enabled and allows you to wirelessly connect a number of devices to it, including a smartphone, so you can listen to your playlist in any room in the house and the music will follow you as you go room to room. Here is another archway that separates the back hallway from the great room. It matches the archway to the left that separates the foyer from the great room. On the right-hand side of the corridor is the working pantry. It has counter space for small kitchen appliances that would normally clutter the countertops in the kitchen. It also has wall cabinets above for food storage and base cabinets below. I like the herringbone floor tile pattern and the black cast iron HVAC grate in the floor. There's additional storage in a drawer bank that's below the countertop here, as well as storage in additional base cabinets. There's also wall cabinets above that, like on the other side of the pantry, run all the way to the ceiling and integrate with the crown molding that runs around the ceilings. There's also a pocket door that allows you to close off this space if you made a mess back here before visitors come. The extra deep sink and detachable spray head on the faucet are great for washing large pots and pans or for filling buckets. So let's take a look at the half bath that's across the hall from the pantry. It has a unique feature in that it has an automated toilet that automatically raises the lid as you open the door, and then it spritzes itself and puts a light on. There's also a floating vanity in here, some drawer storage down below. This pair of wall sconce lights matches well with the faucet on the sink. All of the registers and vents in the home are J-bead flanged linear bar grill diffusers, or mud-in grills, that give a much cleaner, more refined look to all of the vents. The archway that we passed through as we entered this back hallway, and the hallway itself, frame a view of the mudroom bench seat that's built into the box bay on the side of the home. The window above the bench seat provides lots of light and creates a nice view as you walk down the corridor toward the mudroom. Instead of having cubbies or lockers above the bench seat which have limited storage, a full-height, extra deep, floor-to-ceiling built-in was added with shelves that are adjustable for backpacks and shoes and other items. There's additional storage underneath the window seat in these extra deep full extension drawers. The window treatment obscures the ability to see in the window from the outside while allowing light to filter through, and these wall sconces provide a nice warm light and intimate feeling at night. The herringbone floor tile pattern and the crown moldings and other details of this room continue throughout this space until you reach the door to the screen porch, which serves as a back door to the house. This is the family coat closet that has double pulls on the right for regular length coats and jackets. It has adjustable shelving in the middle for storage of hats, gloves, keys, wallets, and handbags. And then it has on the left side a standard pull for long coats. Now take a look at the screened-in porch. The beadboard ceiling out here, the columns and materials and finishes are similar to the front porch, except the flooring here is wood instead of stone, just to be warmer on your feet if you're not wearing shoes. The focal point of this room is the fireplace, which uses the same stone and reclaimed timber mantel as was used in the living room. The French doors on either side of the fireplace lead back into the great room, and here we've completed our tour of the first floor. Now we're back in the main entry foyer where we began our tour of the first floor. The 5/4 inch thick stair treads and the handrail are the same white oak species as the hardwood flooring is that's throughout the house. As you head up the stairs on each floor, there's a light switch that's been placed at the base of the handrail on the wall that controls the lighting for each stairway. And of course they have dimmers on them, so you can turn that up and down. The stairs are supported on LVLs instead of dimensional lumber, so they'll remain stable and not squeak for years and years to come. You can see some of the detailing of the stair here, it's really exquisite. Now we've reached the second floor. This is the second floor hallway right at the top of the stairs, so we're in the very center of this floor plan. So from here on the floor plan, we're going to head to the left down the hallway and go to bedroom number 2, which is in the lower left corner of this plan. From there we'll go through the Jack and Jill bathroom to bedroom number 3 in the lower right corner, then back up through to the hallway, and we'll head into the master suite, which is the top half of this floor plan. As we approach bedroom number 2, there's a linen closet on our left. And as we enter bedroom 2, this bedroom is 12 feet by 12 feet and has a pair of windows on the front of the house that have a raised sill. The sill is raised to help reduce the visibility from the street in the window, so you have more privacy here. It also gives space for a computer on the desk. The closet has built-ins, including drawers and shelving that's adjustable, and a closet pole on the right. And what's unique about this too is there's a little hidden storage space that's out underneath the stair landing. This hidden cubby also provides a great space for the kids to have a secret hideaway. This remote is for the motorized window blinds. The button on the bottom lowers them, and you can also use your smartphone or other device, Bluetooth device, and you can also control these from a master panel, which will raise and lower all the shades in the house at one time. This is helpful if the family's away on vacation. You can open and close various shades and turn on and off various lights in the house while you're away to make it look like someone's home. The button on the top of the remote raises the shades. Each bedroom has a unique color theme, fabric pattern, and art design that matches the personality of the person who occupies the room. Now let's check out the Jack and Jill bath. It has a large floating vanity with double sinks. I also like that it's edge lit or indirectly lit underneath, so it really accentuates the floating aspect of it. It has drawers, even a drawer under the sink. I positioned a row of windows at head height above the vanity to allow natural light onto people's faces as they're looking in the mirror, but they're up high enough that the neighbors across the street or people on the street can't see you. The windows have shutters on them with adjustable louvers so you can control the amount of light coming in, especially in the late afternoon as sun comes in from the west through these windows. The mirrors are supported on wall brackets and are adjustable too. The shower door hinges are designed to hinge in and out, which is convenient for getting in. You can swing the door out, and then when you get out of the shower you can swing it in so the water on the surface of it drips in the shower and not on the floor. So we have a subway tile in here, and again the shower fixtures match the hardware in the vanity area. Got a nice mosaic on the floor and a linear drain. And then the toilet behind it. This is a separate room and it's separated by a pocket door. So if you're in here by yourself, you just roll the door out of the way, and if two people are using it, you can close this off. So let's check out the bedroom that's in the lower right corner of the house. This is bedroom number 3. It's actually identical, it's a mirror image to bedroom number 2. So it has the same features, the same windows, just in mirror image. The closet for this bedroom is in the alcove as you enter the bedroom from the hallway, here on the right. Like the other bedroom closet, it has the adjustable shelves and drawers below, and hanging space that's double stacked. Now let's go back to the hallway by the stair, and we'll take a look at the master suite, which is the back half of the home. There's an entry vestibule as we come into the space. The bay window in the back of the room catches your eye and draws you into the space. The room is 12.5 by 15 and has more than enough space for the king-size bed with large night tables and the piece of furniture at the foot of the bed. The room has the whole house sound system and a coffered ceiling. I really like this light fixture, it's very unique. There's also a massage chair near the bay window that you can pivot in and take a look out the window and watch what's going on outside while you're getting a nice relaxing massage. And as you'd expect, this room has room darkening motorized blinds. The interior walls and ceiling in this space have quiet rock underneath the sheetrock, which is a sheetrock that has lead impregnated into it, so the room is super quiet. Another nice amenity in this room on a cold winter's night is the fireplace. I'd like to point out too that some of the aspects of high quality construction, like I specify for homes like this, can't really be appreciated in a video tour. For example, the floor framing in the houses I design are either I-joists or open web trusses that have a higher deflection coefficient than is required by code. And what this does is it stiffens the floor and makes it so you don't have squeaks or bounce when you're walking across them. I also specify 1 1/8 inch thick Advantech subflooring instead of the industry standard 3/4 inch because it reduces sound transmission and also stiffens the floor. Now let's take a look at the roof deck that's outside the master suite. Out here we've used the same materials and finishes as we used in the screen porch and the front porch, except we added a wainscoting. There's a large hot tub out here that can seat either 7 or 8 people. And we got a shower here you can use to shower off before you get in or when you get out. The height of the wainscoting that encircles the deck and the roof parapet wall at the back of the deck that you can see here in the background are both at 36 inches in height. So they serve as the railing height for the parapet wall, but also because it's a solid parapet, it obscures the view from down below of the furniture and the hot tub that are up on the deck. This wing wall is a very intentional design. It's designed to block the view of the neighbor's house that's across the driveway and keep the roof deck very private. Another design move that added privacy to the roof deck was the height of the garage roof behind the house. It's set within inches of the maximum height restriction allowed by the city's zoning bylaw. Let's head back inside now into the master bedroom suite. As you enter the master suite, there's a display on the wall, and this is the primary screen, and you can see that it shows the AV systems, lighting, security, intercom, and shades. And below the panel is a thermostat for the HVAC system. The HVAC system in this home is very advanced. It has an energy recovery ventilator, and it has HEPA filtering, so it purifies the air and humidifies it as well as air conditions and heats it. This pocket door isolates the master bedroom from the master bedroom entry vestibule. This is helpful if one person gets up before the other and wants to dress and shower. They can close this off to just create more sound separation. It's also helpful if you have young kids that tend to run in at night without knocking on the door. Gives you a few more seconds before they get in the room. There's a linen closet located next to the master bathroom entrance door. And as we go through the door here, you'll see that one of the things that catches your eye first is the bay window with the tub in it. And that's certainly a feature of this space. Another nice feature is that the floor is heated to 79 or 80 degrees, which is nice when you're getting in the tub, keeps your toes warm, and also when you get out, it helps dry the floor faster. All the lights in the room are on dimmers. You can see even the sconces and the ceiling lights all have dimmers. So there's 2 sinks in the master vanity, and they both have matching wall sconces on either side of the mirror. And there's also a tower cabinet in the center of the vanity. These are really popular these days, and what this does is it helps create a little separation between the 2 vanities, but it also provides a lot more storage space. And here's the bay window that the tub is nestled into. Makes for a really cozy place to soak in the tub. Really like the tile floor pattern in here. It's a hexagon mosaic. And you have the louvers on the windows here as well that open and close, so you can close them off completely or you can tip them up to obscure the view and still let some light in. They also open too, they're hinged, so you can have the, if you want to open a window or clean the window. So the shower has a completely sealed glass door unit on it because this is a steam shower, and it's also a roll-in shower, so there's no threshold. So the floor slopes to a drain in the back, a linear drain. So you can see how this goes all the way up to the ceiling. What's nice too is this has the in and out hinge, so you can swing the door in, or you can also swing it out into the room. So it's nice when you're coming in to just open it up and walk in. And then, as I mentioned in the other shower, when you get out, you can swing it in, so any water that's on the inside of the door will drip into the shower and not on the bathroom floor. This is the linear drain, so the shower slopes down this way. We got a nice stone seat, which is a super clean installation. You can see it's the same thickness as the subway tile on the wall, so it matches the coursing. And when you look underneath, there's no supports. It's all one monolithic piece, or at least it looks to be. It's actually been sliced and put back together to add a piece of steel inside of it to support it. But it's a super clean installation, and kudos to the builder for his attention to detail on that. So there's a shower head here. There's also a shower head on the wall, and they weren't interested in a rain head shower. A lot of the houses I do now, we do rain heads. These guys didn't want one. And this is the steam shower unit. So this is the controls to turn it on. And this comes on and starts producing steam in about a minute and a half or two. It's a really, really good system, really fast. Here's another view of the vanity where you can see the whole unit and the tower up above. Let me show you the water closet. This one is like the one downstairs where the door motion activates the toilet. So the lid goes up, gets a little spritz, the light comes on, and you're good to go. This is also a bidet and has a number of other features on it. You can see there's a control on the wall here for it. When I mentioned earlier that virtually all the light switches in the house have dimmers on them that can be preset, I wasn't kidding. There's even one here in the water closet, which seems kind of over the top, but when you think of it, if you get up in the middle of the night and need to use the toilet, it's nice to have a dimmer light than a really bright one. Now I'll show you one of the two master bedroom closets. This one is unique in that it has a massage table, something I've never put in a master closet before, but certainly a nice feature. And there's lots of shelves and cabinets in here. Some of them are locking. And got some drawers and cabinets down below as well. Shelves are all adjustable. There's some clothes hanging rods in the back with shelves. More storage under the table. And there's a window in the back corner here just to get a little bit of natural light in. And again, I set these windows up high so the sill is at eye level, and that obscures the view in, but still allows you to look out if you want to, or you can close the louvers off and just let a little bit of light in, or close them off completely. So let me head over across the foyer to the other master closet. This one is fitted out with similar cabinets and shelves, lots of drawers in here. Like all the other shelving, this shelving is also adjustable. There's closet pulls in the back. One on the left is for full-length clothes, and there's double closet pulls on the other wall. Got a hamper down here. And there's another window in the corner, much like the other closet, with the same louvers and at the same height, so you can get the light in and still have the privacy. There's also a full-length wall mirror to our right here. So that's all I wanted to show you in the master suite. Let's head back to the hallway just outside the master bedroom entry door and stair to the third floor. And as we head down the hallway here, you can see what looks like a central vacuum outlet here in the baseboard, but as it turns out, that's actually an HVAC return. And interesting how they can tuck these things in innocuous places. This is the entry door to the laundry room. So as we come in, you can see there's stacking machines here, and we've got some hanging space next to it, some wall cabinets for storage. Millwork here is the same as you'd see throughout the house. It's all flush face framed and Self-closing, of course. Got another thermostat here on the wall. Can control, it seems, every space in the house. And of course, the under cabinet strip lights have a dimmer switch, so you can turn them up and down. And it's nice how these are integrated into the cabinet. You can see that's a very clean, slick design. There's no frame exposed on the underside of the cabinet here, just a nice clean surface with the inset strip light. So you have an extra deep sink here, and of course a detachable spray head on the faucet. And motorized blinds. This one's nice because it's not a blackout, it's just a screen, so it obscures the view but still lets light in. So if you're wondering what this wood wall is to our right, this was a feature that was added as we were framing the home. So we had to modify the last master bedroom closet I just showed you, shortened it about 6 feet, and we installed a sauna. This sauna is custom built, and we used some of the wood that would normally just be on the interior on this side of the wall, just to give you a cue that there's a sauna there. So it has high and low benches on the left, and you can see the lighting. It's nice that you can control it with the keypad here. You can change the color on it, as well as a lot of other settings in the sauna. Here you can see the different options from red, orange to green to, I think there's a white light, got some red, might even be a purple in here. There's also a sound system in here too, part of the whole house system. You can see the speaker back behind the bench here. All 4 walls of the sauna have radiant infrared panels to create a really even heat all around you as you're in the sauna. What's interesting too is that there's a water bucket on the bench with a ladle, and you might be thinking, how does that work with the infrared radiant panels? Well, there's also a rock heater over here, so you have the advantage of being able to have the radiant panels enwrap you, and you can pour water on the rocks to create some steam. It's nice to have both systems together. A glass door was added to the exterior wall of the sauna to be able to use the sauna as an access point to get to the hot tub without having to go through the master suite. And to accomplish this, we had to add a sliding glass door on the exterior because the interior glass on the sauna door frame would break due to the cold outside. So here's the hot tub running. Just thought I'd show you this so you can see what it looks like with the jets going. The insulated cover for the hot tub hinges over to the left, as you can see, and tucks up against the wall to be out of the way. Here's what it looks like with the cover closed. I'd like to point out for anyone who's interested in purchasing these plans and building this home that this sliding glass door and the sauna are included in the drawings, but they're shown as an optional add alternate. And the base plan shows this space as being part of that last master closet that I just showed you. In fact, this wall on the right is the end wall of that closet, so it just extends it to be about 6 feet deeper. And there's a third option shown too, where those benches in the sauna are shown as countertop space that extend the size of the laundry room. So that's it for the second floor. Now we'll head up to the third floor, and I'll start in bedroom number 5 in the lower right corner of this drawing. Then we'll head over to bedroom 4 on the left, then the bonus room at the top of the plan, and then the bathroom. Bedroom 5 is the first room you reach at the top of the stairs. It's 10 feet by 12 feet and is the smallest bedroom in the home. The family plans to use this as the children's hangout space where they can play video games and chill. So there's a 42-inch screen on the wall. There's a niche over by the couch that is a place to put the game controllers, and there's an outlet there to recharge them. That includes USB and USB-C connectors. It has a large walk-in closet that occupies the dormer that's on the right side of the house when you're looking at the house from the front. This is an entrance to the bathroom, so if you're using this as a bedroom, you have direct access without having to go out into the hallway. As we cross the hallway to get to bedroom 4, and you look through the window that's above the stair, all you can see are trees and sky. The neighbors' windows are below that window height, so they can't see in, making this a totally private space that doesn't need window treatments. The triple window over the bed is set at a height again so that you just see the trees and the sky in the distance and no one can see in the window. There's still window treatments on these windows even though people can't see in them, just so you have the ability to darken the room when people are trying to sleep. That's a queen-size bed. There's a walk-in closet here that is the same depth, height, and size as the one I just showed you in the other room, only this one is fitted out as a closet. So if you wanted to fit out the other bedroom closet, you could use the same furniture layout that this one has in that one. So we have drawers here, there's shelves to the left, there's counter space on top. This is the largest of the children's bedrooms at 14 foot by 16.5 feet. Here's a nice little feature. This bookcase appears to be built in, but it's actually on rollers and rolls out, and you can roll it around the room. There's a little space behind there, much like the one that's on the second floor bedroom, where you can either store things or the children could have a little play space. When I designed the home, I set the windowsill height here at standard desktop height so that when you put a desk against it, they're both at the same level. So as we head back to the hallway, there's a door here too to the bathroom. So the bedroom we're just in has access by going in this way. But before I show you this, I want to show you the bonus room. So the bonus room can be three different things, and it's shown three different ways on the plans. The base for it is just as an unfinished bonus room. The second option is to not have a floor in this space because it's directly over the master bedroom below. The master bedroom then could be a 2-story height space. The third option is, as you see it here, to use it as a bunk room. Once inside the door of the bunk room, this cabinet on the left, which hasn't had its doors installed yet, provides a place for visitors to put their overnight bags. Then as you pass through these bookshelves, you step up a couple steps. And the reason why these steps are here is because this floor is directly above the tray ceiling in the master bedroom. This window provides a nice view into the backyard, and the cathedral ceiling space here provides ample headroom for the top bunk. And there are reading lights on the wall right next to your pillow on both bunks. This desk space is ideal for students who might be here overnight on a school night and have to do homework. There's a roll-out file cabinet between the two seats. And as we step down here, take a left, this door in the back is just a mechanical space where the energy recovery ventilator, or ERV, is located. That's the unit that brings in fresh air from the outside and conditions it to the room temperature by using exhaust air from the home to condition it. This is a 36-inch vanity. Has some storage space down below. I like the light fixtures on either side of the mirror. So this is a compartmentalized bathroom. It's a step beyond a Jack and Jill in that it has two separate rooms, one here for the water closet, and of course like all the other rooms, even this light dims. Then right next to the water closet door is this door, which is an entrance to the shower room. It has its own changing area, so someone can come in here and behind closed doors they can change and take a shower while someone else is using the vanity, and a third person can be using the toilet. And with the doors closed, everyone has privacy. And like the other showers, this one has the toiletries niche on the left and a subway tile and a nice mosaic on the floor. You can see how the bookcase, as you head out of the bathroom into the bunk room, does a good job of blocking the light as someone opens the door and heads back into the bunk room. And out here in the hall, this door that's closed is a linen closet. So that finishes up our tour of the third floor, but don't stop watching now. You got to see the basement in this house. Feels much bigger than the 1,200 square foot space that it is. The basement is accessed by the stair shown in the bottom of this floor plan, and we'll come down that, and then we'll head up to the snack bar, take a right over to the lounge area, and then head down to the lower right corner of the plan where the sport court is. Then we'll circle back up around, and I'll show you some other features that are just absolutely amazing. As soon as you reach the bottom of the basement stairs, you realize that this is no ordinary space. On the right-hand side is this cedar-lined niche that has a cold plunge tub in it. These are very popular now, especially with people who are athletic. It's a great way to begin to recover after you've exercised. If you don't feel inclined to reach down in and grab that thermometer to verify the water temperature, you'll just have to trust me that it's really cold. There's a nautical-themed sconce light there in the corner, and there's also lighting inside the plunge tub that lights it up different colors. As you pass through the doorway that serves as the entrance to the basement, you find the kitchenette. It has cold and hot filtered drinking water, and it has an extra deep sink. It also has storage underneath in the base cabinets and under the sink. There's a really nice beverage fridge that has a glass front. You can see all those energy drinks and things in there to get you stoked up. Got some wall cabinets up above, some shelving over the sink, under cabinet lighting. And alongside the kitchenette is the snack bar. Its rounded end, when you look down on it, looks like the shape of a basketball hoop. There's a TV on the wall above it, and then across from it is a lounge. So this space is meant to just be a place to kick back and relax. Some nice artwork there, picking up on the fall foliage you see in New England. Some cabinets here, tucked into the niche that's the bay up above for the kitchen. And the lounge is a great place to sit and watch what's going on in the sport court. There's a mini hoop here with a small basketball. There's also a hook on the ceiling for a climbing rope or for a trapeze for aerial yoga. Obviously the mat's on the floor so you can wrestle and romp. And there's a large drawer that slides underneath the stair landing that we came down to get down here. This is a great place to store all the equipment and things you'd use in the sport court. And the drawer is soft closing. So as we look back through the space, you get a view toward the exercise room that we'll see in a minute. Another shot of the lounge. And next to the bar is what looks like a half wall with a bar top on it, and it has a scene of a golf course on it, and you gotta wonder why that is. Well, that's because they have a top-of-the-line TrackMan golf simulator down here. When I designed the home, I specified 10-foot tall foundation forms, and instead of a double 2x6 plate on top of that, I specified double 6x6 plates so that we'd have a full, clear 10-foot floor-to-ceiling height in the basement, which is the height that TrackMan requires to experience the full capabilities of their simulator. And as you can see by this wall niche, we put a lot of effort into creating protected locations for all of the simulator system components. I like the artwork here because the blueprint look of it reminds me of the old Diazo prints that architects used to use. Alongside the golf simulator, there's a extra deep closet that has space for a golf bag for everyone in the family, and then there's shelf space above that for additional storage. On the other side of the simulator, we have this built-in cabinet for some of the simulator system equipment, and also the interactive display is mounted on a swivel bracket on the wall so it can be turned 180 degrees and viewed from either side of the bar. This is the gym. There's a lot of really nice equipment in here. The whole house audio system includes a multi-channel system in this space. You can see two of the speakers at the top of the wall here. There's also a basement window, lets a little bit of natural light in the corner. And there's another window too in the opposite corner of this room. You can see up above. And there's more speakers on either side of the smart TV at the end of the room. Now we'll walk over to the entry to the basement, and I want to show you how the light switches work. There's a master switch right when you come in, and the top switch on it says stair, so when you first enter the room you can hit the stair button and everything from here back up the stairs turns off. The next button down is an area on, which these lights are already on in the room. Below that button is a relax button, which dims all of the lights in the entire basement. Below that is a music button that you can turn on and off the music system for this whole floor. And below that is an area off. If I hit that, simultaneously the stair light comes on and all the lights in the entire basement go off. And behind this pocket door, there's a hand wash sink so people can wash up when they come down and when they leave. There's towels and shelves up above this, and some wall cabinets above that for storage. Down below there's base cabinets with additional storage. And there's also a stacking washer dryer in this closet, which is great for the towels and linens that accumulate here and on the first floor. Now I'll take a quick look at the main utility room, and as you can see the builder is taking cues from super yacht engine rooms, I think, with this layout of these utilities and just the fit and finish of the space. All the pipe work is well insulated and just very well organized. There's also a drop ceiling in here. It's really almost a finished space in itself. During the design process, I pushed to make these spaces as small as they can be so that we can maximize the living space in the rest of the building. And I really appreciate the efforts of TJ Mechanical and the builder and all the other subs who worked in these spaces to really make everything as compact as possible. They did an amazing job here and throughout the house, tucking things away in places that you wouldn't imagine they could possibly fit. On the stair landing, there's a full bath, which is great for people either coming or going if they need to wash up or need to take a shower. You have all the amenities here that you need. And this bathroom also has the motion-activated automated toilet. This bathroom increases the total count from 3 full baths and 1 half bath to 4 full baths and 1 half bath for the home. And the shower with subway tile and nice mosaic on the floor. The shampoo caddy built into the wall like the other showers have. Now you've seen every space on the basement level, and in fact you've seen every space in the house. However, you haven't seen every space on the property. I mentioned before that there's a detached 2.5 car garage behind the house, and it's got a special surprise that you want to keep watching to see. So let's head back there and check it out. So I mentioned before that we built this building to the maximum height it could be. And that wasn't just so it created screening for the roof deck, but it also was so that we could have a sport court inside it. So this has a partial basketball court, including the three-point line, and the ceiling is high enough inside that you can take shots from across the room, and you have plenty of space for the arc of the ball to hit the hoop, and hopefully if you're talented enough, you'll get a nothing but net shot. The building uses all the same materials and colors as the main house does, and it has the same shingle flares at the base and the triangle pediments and the gable ends that the main house has as well. All of the white exterior trim on both the garage and the house are AZAC cellular PVC. The exterior light fixtures are a scaled down version of the wall sconces that were on the front porch of the house. So now let's go inside and take a look around. The first thing you realize when you come in here is just how big this space is. It's deceiving when you see it from the outside. It looks much smaller than what you see here. And that's because the roof lines and the various elements on the facades help scale the size of the building down. There are level 2 electric car chargers that are 220 volt adjacent to each garage door. The tops of the concrete foundation wall that are usually exposed in garages have been trimmed out here, and the photo eye garage door safety sensors also have been included in that box out, and you can see a little hole in the top of these box outs where that eye can connect across with the photo eye that's on the opposite side of the door. The tracks for the garage door were designed to follow closely the profile of the sloped ceiling so that when they're raised and you're playing basketball, they wouldn't be in the way of taking shots. One thing that's difficult to see in the video are the removable clear polycarbonate panels that protect the windows from impact from basketballs, hockey pucks, and soccer balls and things like that. Unlike the mini hoop that's in the sport court in the basement, this one's the real deal. It's regulation size, as well as all the stripes on the floor are also regulation size. There's also an LCD electronic scoreboard on the knee wall of the mezzanine deck at the other end of the court. And there's speakers on the ceiling that are part of the whole house audio system that can be used as a PA system for the sport court, or as an intercom system to connect back with the house, or you can play music on them. To keep the space at just the right temperature year-round, there's a mini split unit on the wall that provides heating and air conditioning. And there's skylights in the ceiling to provide some daylight in the middle part of the court. There's also hanging storage on the wall for some landscape tools, and there's this suspended cabinet system that serves as a workbench and has some tall cabinets on either side for additional tool storage. And because the system is suspended from the wall, there's space underneath it where you can store large flat items. And some of the utilities for this space, like the hot water heater, which is behind this gray panel, are in this corner. And you're asking, well, why is there a hot water heater? Well, there's a half bath in here. There's a compact hand washing sink with some storage underneath, soap dispenser and tall bar, so you got everything you need here to wash up and use the facilities. And when you get thirsty, just like any gymnasium, you've got a drinking fountain over here on the wall. It also has a bottle filler, and sometimes when water isn't enough to quench the thirst, you got a mini fridge underneath the counter here. So you got a stash of all kinds of things in here to take care of that thirst problem. And if it works out that I end up on the family's basketball team, they've got just the spot for me, this bench over here. Well, we didn't miss a space in the house, so I guess we can't miss one here either. Let's climb up the ship slider and see what we've got up on the mezzanine deck. There are handholds that are integrated into the sides of the ship ladder that work really well. We've got some ski storage over here on the right on the wall, and plenty of space to hang out and take in the games that are going on down below. Well, now you've seen everything inside both the buildings, and now there's just a few things I wanted to show you on the outside. The foundations of the garage and the house too are all wrapped with 4 inches of rigid insulation. The house is waterproofed as well because the water table is very high here. And then we covered everything with a cement board and a 1/2-inch brick system. The flares on the shingled wall of the garage and house are fairly straightforward to build. I'll give you the 1-minute description of how it's done. An overframe is added after the building shell is wrapped and weather tight so that constructing the flares is not in the critical path of the construction schedule. The radius profile and the vertical 2x6s are cut off site and have a horizontal pressure-treated 2x6 added at the bottom. Before the Henry blueskin shown here was applied, a continuous 6-inch wide horizontal strip of backing paper from a sheet of blueskin was stapled to the wall just above the height of the flares. Then, after the pressure-treated 1/2-inch plywood is screwed to the overframe, a 1x3 PVC water table trim is added at the bottom of the flare. Then the blueskin can be cut horizontally, just above the flare, and the backing paper that was stapled on the wall before allows the blueskin above the flare to be peeled back, so the blueskin layer that's applied over the wall flare can be tucked under the blueskin above. And the cedar shingles are installed over a Benjamin Obadiah cedar breather ventilated underlayment. The radius of the 5.5-inch deep flare has been designed so that the plywood and cedar shingles conform to the curve of the flare when fastened with conventional fasteners, without requiring steaming or any other specialized application process. All of the HVAC condensers for the house and the garage are on the back wall of the garage, where they're out of view and also where you can't hear them. The natural gas-powered emergency electrical generator is also back here, where it too is out of the way. If you'd like to build this home, but you'd prefer the garage to be attached to the house, I'd be happy to modify the drawings to do so. One of the ways that could be done would be to add a single-story breezeway that's enclosed to the side of the house between the screen porch door and the bay window. And that would allow you to go from the inside of the house across in an enclosed one-story space to the garage. And then the garage could be oriented with the doors either facing the street, or it could be turned 90 degrees so that you'd come in a driveway, turn 90 degrees, and pull into the garage doors. And in that scenario, you wouldn't see the garage doors from the street. The breezeway could be any length you'd like it to be, and it could have French doors that are glass on the front and rear walls, so you could see through it and pass through to get to the rear yard. You could also extend the screen porch the length of the breezeway, connecting over to the garage to increase its size as well. I also need to point out to folks who are interested in purchasing the plans that the cold plunge tub is shown as an optional add alternate on the drawings, and that space is shown as a closet that's underneath the stairs. The sauna and the hot tub on the roof deck are also shown as add alternates on the floor plans. I can also modify the drawings to eliminate the roof deck entirely by just showing it as being roofed over, and I can make any other changes that people are interested in. All you have to do is go to the web page for this plan on Architectural Design's website and select the Modify This Plan button, fill out the form, and I'll be happy to provide a quote for any modifications you're interested in. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you'd like more information on the garage, you can click on the link here for a 5-minute video that'll give you a little more information on it. And if you'd like to purchase these plans, please go to Architectural Design's website.